Digimon and My Hero Academia are two anime with many differences, but also some similarities. My Hero Academia revolves around ordinary humans who have special abilities and they use them to become heroes or villains. Digimon also has ordinary humans, but they don't have superpowers. Instead, they are partnered with powerful but adorable digital creatures. Having partners in Digimon is important, but even if you took out the humans, the digital monsters would still have amazing stories to tell. A lot of fans love to see a crossover between their favorite anime, where two or more universes combine. This video will take human characters from My Hero Academia and give them Digimon partners. While making this video, I used three main arguments to come to the conclusion: personalities, power, and aesthetics. Let's start with the main protagonist, Deku. I bet you thought it's gonna be Agumon, right? While there are some traits these two share, like a desire to prove themselves, I have partnered Izuku Midoriya and Gammamon. Sweet and innocent on the outside, but when it comes to battle, all bets are off. This is something these two have in common. Aesthetics don't usually play a part in human Digimon partnerships, but I think Deku and Gammamon are like two pieces of a puzzle. Childlike Gammamon is a little mischievous, but has a very sweet side and rushes to protect his allies, just like Midoriya, who, despite having enormous power, still remains leveled. His compassionate side is very strong, and you could say that one of his strongest sides is helping those in need. Uraka, Ochako, and Meikomon. Such a sweet character like Uraka could only be paired with a compassionate Digimon, but don't judge a book by its cover. Even though they are both sweet, they have a passion and a few tricks up their sleeves. Also, they are very good at combining their brains with their physical power. Even though some fans don't like the Digimon season where Meikomon was introduced, her fate was not her choice. Just like Meikomon had a strong urge to be with her partner, Uraraka also has a passion to help her parents. Ida Tenya and Ringmon. You know that sometimes a partnership between humans and Digimon doesn't start with baby or child forms. Sometimes they bond while they are at a higher or other special form and stick to that form on their adventures. Ida was written in a very specific way, so one could say that fans love him more for his personality rather than his quirk. That being said, his quirk is very specific and he needs someone who can match his abilities. Ringmon might be an armor-level Digimon, but he is well known in the digital world as one of the fastest Digimon. Aesthetically, they are also a great match, especially when Ida is in his hero costume. Bakugou, Katsugi, and Impmon. There was one thing I thought about while choosing a partner for Bakugou. Should his partner be calm, the opposite of Bakugou, or a short-tempered and at times violent Digimon? But if he had a Digimon partner who tamed his temper all the time, he would become a washed-out version of the character so many fans love. So I partnered him with Impmon, who even though enjoyed having a human partner, chose to be a cold-hearted bully to hide his true feelings. I could even imagine them arguing with each other over the smallest of things and getting physical, and others just getting used to it. Todoroki Shoto and Gabumon. Todoroki had a backstory that he chose to keep to himself and deal with it his own way, the best way he knew. Gabumon would be the best Digimon to let him deal with his own thoughts while giving him support and love to battle his inner demons. When it comes to fights, their use of ice would be even more powerful when combined. Kirishima, Ojiro, and Armadimon. Both Armadimon and Kirishima receive a lot of love, each in their own franchise, but that's not the only thing they have in common. Kirishima's power is hardening, which can be used for both offense and defense, but having a hard shell is something Armadimon is known for. But it doesn't stop there. They are both easily accepted by their friends and try to have a sense of humor, leaving negative feelings for another day. Momo, Yaoyarozu, and Renamon. I think this was one of the easiest choices, because these two don't only share a similar aesthetic, but also their characters and way of dealing with things are similar. They are a well-tempered and composed duo who keep their cool in all kinds of situations while having a lot of tricks up their sleeves. Mina, Ashido, and Palmon. This has more to do with personality than power. While both have some cool abilities, when you see one, you can't help but think about the other and how social and fun they both can be. While they do have a similar aesthetic, you could say different from others, the reason why they would make a great duo is because of how friendly, easygoing, and cheerful they both are. Kyoka, Jiro, and Hawkmon. You could say that Kyoka is a girl with a plan. While she doesn't talk as much as others and doesn't show a wide range of emotions, she does have opinions to which she sticks. Although she likes to tease some people, she's very well adjusted in the group. Once you take all of that into consideration, Hawkmon would be the Digimon she would personally enjoy spending time with. Hawkmon doesn't do drama, but likes to be honest, polite, and show off how powerful he actually is. Tsuyu, Asui, and Gekkomon. Does this need any explanation? Sometimes it is just as easy as it looks. Koji, Koda, and Marine Angemon. This is a good example for getting to know someone before understanding them. Koji Koda doesn't speak much, and looking at him, someone might say he must have a brute force, but he is as innocent as they can be. Talking to all animals, whether for fun or for battle, Koji is more the guy who protects, rather than attacks. Looking at him, Marine Angemon really completes that picture. While Marine Angemon is known for some offensive power, this Digimon is best at healing and supporting allies in times of need. Mashirao, Ojiro, and Terriermon. While Terriermon has very long ears, Ojiro has a very strong tail. Their aesthetic is pretty much easy to imagine together, but they also have many similar traits. Both friendly, casual, and well-mannered, Ojiro and Terriermon would easily befriend people with their politeness just as easy as they would kick someone's ass. Denki, Kaminari, and Hawkmon. This is a type of character who can easily hang out with different personalities and doesn't have problems in doing so, even if at times it doesn't work the way it should. Denki's actions are always intended as positive, and he has a strong energetic behavior. The best Digimon partner for him would be someone who is just as energetic and doesn't get discouraged if things go south. From what we have seen from various anime and games, Hawkmon is just the type of Digimon who would be the best companion for Denki's cheerful yet sometimes mischievous nature due to Hawkmon's lively and curious personality. Even though it didn't really affect this choice of partnership, they both let out a form of electric bolts from their bodies. Rikido, Sato, and Shortmon. No offense, Sato, we are all aware of your quirk that makes you super strong, but the reason I paired you with Shortmon is another one. You both excel at one thing, and it's not fighting. Sato likes making sweets and baking, and is known for making them for the entire dorm in their hero academia. Shortmon also aims to be a first-class master for pastry and studies every day to polish skills, but also dreams of opening a cake shop someday and serve delicious cakes to customers. Sato's quirk basically makes him a brute force for 3 minutes when he consumes 10 grams of sugar, so the two of them paired could enjoy each other's hobbies but also combine their strengths to overcome obstacles. Mesoji and Gaimon. While considering which Digimon to partner with Meso, it was a click that, once it happened, left me with no doubts. When these two were first introduced in their own anime, we got a similar first impression, a good-natured attitude that easily makes new friends, but when it comes to battle, they both know their worth. That aside, they both seem to have a lot of upper body strength, and judging by their characteristics, they could pair their moves to achieve a greater impact. Minoru, Mineta, and Tumon. While Mineta showed a multitude of emotions, not every one of them was worth mentioning. Mineta and Tumon both had moments of cowardness, but also a courageous intent. Visually, these two click like a perfect pair. Toru, Hagakure, and Lalamon. While Toru doesn't have a visible body due to her quirk, she does have a distinctive cheerful and bubble personality, which would stand out even more if paired with Lalamon. Despite of that upbeat attitude, she also has a caring side that shows how patient and observant she can be. Lalamon is just the type of Digimon who can be fun, a good listener, and great companion on their little adventures. Kantasero and Gommamon. Gommamon is a fan favorite among the Digimon fans, and we all saw different sides of him that showed us the greatness of his character and how he needs, but most of all deserves, a good partner. Kanta knows to make jokes, listen to others, protect and fight, so I think he is the best choice for Gommamon, who needs one of the most sociable characters to have fun with. Kanta also has a strong sense of discipline, but also humor. All of those traits would only elevate this partnership. Yuga, Aoyama, and Jellymon. Due to some potential story changes and spoilers, I will keep this one up to date with the anime. Yuga is the most fabulous character and deserves a Digimon just as different, because he might get hurt if partnered with an ordinary Digimon. Well, Jellymon looks unordinary enough for a great photo shoot where he would probably take her instead to a fight. Since she doesn't like losing and considers herself a queen, the flamboyant, prideful and superior image Yuga has of himself would make these two a good pairing. Fumikage Tokoyami and Falcomon. While they both have a too cool for school appearance, once you get to know both of them individually, you see that they have many more similar traits. Tokoyami doesn't talk much, but from what we saw, only wise words come out of his mouth. He's very focused and concentrated, but also very friendly, with a distinctive sense of humor. While he does have a head of a bird with a human body, that was not the reason why I chose Falcomon for him. His personality and abilities, like the Dark Shadow quirk, are very similar to Falcomon's abilities, especially Ravemon Burst mode. Their traits together would indeed make a good pairing in combat and in life. When it comes to teachers, I think All Might would be a good partner for Lalamon for obvious reasons. What do you think about other teachers and characters? Write your opinion in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon. The link is in the description below. Stay tuned for more Digimon videos. P.S. Make sure to follow my community page on YouTube, as I also post updates about upcoming videos there.